All right, welcome everybody. Today's video finds us in a rainy Taipei. It's been kind of a drizzly rain for the last several days, making it not as much fun as you would think, but it's okay. In everyone's life, a little rain must fall, and when you're out traveling, you got to take the good with the bad. So anyway, the bad is the rain, but the good is I'm going to check out one of the 3 original temples here in Taipei. I'm going to check out the Baoan Temple, I think is how you say it. And it's a real historic site. It's like an Asian heritage site. And it was built, I believe, in like 1742 is when they started building it. And then it's been renovated and expanded. When it was first built, there wasn't very many people in Taipei. They say that it was like, this was a small little settlement and it was scarce resources. So they built a small building and then it's been expanded a couple times. I think like the first expansion was in 1805. So this is not a Confucius temple or a Buddhist, it's a Taoist temple. And I don't know a whole lot about that religion, but it seems to have like a lot of belief with dragons and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about that. We're just going to check out the buildings and see how things look. So let's enjoy this and see what it's all about. This is kind of like a little courtyard right in front of the temple. They have a wall and they have like a big huge koi pond, kind of a nice little area. This would be really pleasant in the summertime, but it's winter and it's kind of rainy and a little cold. And it still has some water lilies and all of that. And you can see that the city is just built around it. So the temple is just kind of nestled in here. And then it has a few little shrines, little waterfalls, stuff like that. And this is just in front of the temple. We'll go out of this and go into the temple now. Right over there is the gate. Now there's these little shrines that are kind of up amongst the rocks. It's tied into some stories from the main deity here. That is Baosheng Emperor or something like that. And he supposedly performed some miracles where he healed like tigers and had like a dragon's eye, and he cured it and some other things. And it ties into him being a medicine man. He supposedly even cured like one of the empresses with, she had some illness, and he took her pulse through a string, and then he cured her that way. And then this guy moved out onto an island, and he did a whole bunch of stuff out there on the island where he practices medicine and stuff like that. So let's go over here and look at this now. All right, so this is the front of the temple proper. We'll cross the road and we'll go in here. So it has the place here for the incense. And then you can see how it's constructed. Has all the little figures and everything up there on the eaves. Lots of gold and greens and all of that. Now this temple was originally constructed by people in this area that they built it here because they were suffering from the plague. And so they wanted him to be able to cure them from the disease. And the guy that's the main deity, he was a medicine man. And I guess he was really famous with being able to cure like countless people from any illnesses. And here's the gates. Those are quite beautiful. And then they have a place over here for the candles and stuff like that. Yeah, this Baosheng is the deity. We'll see if we can interpret him and find his little shrine. But all of those miracles happened in like the 1030s. So it goes way back into Chinese culture. Okay, so there's little side buildings and then the main hall. There's little deities in all of those. And over here, this is where people burn the joss sticks and leave the offerings of food and stuff like that to the temple. Now, I haven't seen any Chinese monks here, the Taoist monks, I guess. So I don't know what they look like. Got some people burning the incense there. And then we'll look in this one. So this one here will be the principal Buddha, or the principal image, I mean. And you can see all the stuff up in here as the murals on the wall. Now, they've been trying to preserve this during its last restoration. There's some murals out here that they want to preserve because it's a cultural heritage site. So this is the principal image here at this temple. Has the Chinese script up there. Wow, that wooden lantern is nice. And then you can see the little cabinets over there. And then some more on this side with some of the figures and everything. Now this is locked up, so you can't go inside of it. You can just see it from here in the front. Yeah, this was renovated in 1998. And then in 2003, it was awarded a UNESCO Asia Pacific Heritage Award. And this is looking at it from the front. Yeah, I know I don't tell those the story about this guy very well. I just don't know enough about Taoism. It's pretty interesting though. I like the mythology of curing a tiger and curing the empress by feeling her pulse through a string. This is what's inside of one of the little side rooms. So here in Taiwan, they have all these little columns with little amulets of the deity inside of them. I've seen them with the Guanyin, I've seen them with the Guanzhu. And then this just has a small little deity over here. Has the name up above. You can see the Chinese script and everything. And there's just several of these all along here at this little temple. Yeah, you can see that's what's inside of this over here. Now, what I came here to see more than anything is right here. So this is that main hall, and then you can see the murals. Those are what they really worked hard to restore. And then you go up to the peak and you can see the dragon and stuff like that up there. Yeah, this is really neat. The murals are pretty interesting. They tell a story. You got the guy here on the horseback fighting. I wonder if that's like the Guanzhu or whatever his name is. But it'll be a story into it. And then we have another little hall here. Oh, it has a tablet. And then it has these figures standing up, the Chinese lanterns, and those columns with all those little amulets. You can buy some souvenirs. And we'll look at the back building over here next. And there's another hall back behind it, like a 4-story hall. And I'm not sure what they use it for. It has the lanterns and stuff hanging off. So you can see here, they got some more of the murals. And then they have an old bell. And then you can see the tiles up there, how they're decorated up with the dragons. Yeah, this is pretty neat architecture. And you got flowers over there. And then you have some tablets with a story on it. And then this is that back hall. So we'll look in here right quick. So here's another little room with one of the deities. And everybody seems to go from right to left here. They go and they pray to each one of these. And they have the little incense sticks. So they hold those in their hand and then they waft the smoke up on their heads. You can see here's where they stick them in here. And they're doing some of that. And then this looks like a pretty important one right here. I'm not sure what this says. But it almost looks like a Chinese Buddha, but it's not quite. And then it has those little columns with all that. Yeah, this hall here is beautiful. And then it has some of the writing. And then it has two more down here. We'll look at both of these. It has the figures in the side wall over there. And then the last one here on this back hall has some of the tablets. All right, we got another little hall here. Looks like people come and they donate their clothes to this shrine. And this is the little hall that's back behind the temple grounds. Looks like some people are going up there. Let's just look to see what there is. All right, so it does say on this sign, I could Google Translate, that the Supreme Deity is on the 3rd floor up here. It says come this way and you can worship it and whatever. So let's look at it. Now this is up on the 3rd floor. This is a nice look at the temple buildings. And then out into the city. Now I almost missed this. This is the probably the highlight of the temple for everybody. This is where people come over to worship. They come here and they donate food, more of the incense, and they just have racks of these little amulets. Lots of food, and they have thousands of these little amulets. And they have places for people to come over here and pray. And then this is the main images here. So this hall was built in 1981, and they moved them images back to here. Okay, so we saw that. Let's go back down to the old part now. So you can see the backside again of this main hall. So these are octagonal columns. They have some square ones, and then some more of the murals. And then over here, this is like the administration office where you can make donations and stuff. And then they have just a couple more shrines. So we'll look at this last one, and that'll be the whole temple that we've seen. And the drums right up there above it. And then they have the incense again, and then a place to come in here and worship. And you can see the deity. And then they have more of those amulets and everything. And over here, some people are doing some stuff. All right, so one last look here. So they have the big drum up there. And here's the main building in this little courtyard. And then over here, they have another big drum up there. Yeah, this is a pretty neat temple. Not too bad for almost 300 years old, right? All right, everybody. So that's going to finish up our video over here at this Baoan Temple. This was a nice little building. It was interesting. The Taoist religion, I don't know anything about it, but I like to see stuff mainly for the buildings and what they're doing. I like that kind of stuff, and I really like the stories behind it. So, you know, this was built whenever the people here in Taipei had the plague, and they were seeing this guy as a way to cure them of it. You know, back in the old days with disease, it was all unknown. They didn't really know what was causing it. So a lot of these early beliefs, you know, with the guy that can cure dragons and all of that, you know, that's what sprung up to give people hope. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you click like and share it with your friends if you want on your social media. And leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. If you've been here, like I said before, this is one of the 3 original temples on the island. And it goes back into, you know, the old days before, you know, this was just kind of like a little backwater town, I guess. So anyway, stick around if you want, subscribe to my channel, and this is what I do. I just do videos of things that I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. And if you like it, then subscribe, and then you're notified when I post something new. And but what you can do to help me the most is smash the like button and leave me a comment. And until next time, guys, from over here in Taipei at the Baoan Temple, remember, life is a journey. And until next time, enjoy.